Hello and welcome to Diego St. Palace. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is my watch along for Champions League's fixtures, and also the Crystal Palace Unders are also playing tonight. And just a watch along for that. It's the UEFA Champions League league stages. Today's Tuesday, the 5th of November. And welcome to Diego St. Palace. I am now just going to try and put the lineups. But if you're new to the channel, please hit like and subscribe and share it and let people know that I'm doing watch alongs. If you can, that'll be amazing. Yeah, let me just write this in there, please. As you enter right, here we go. Just putting that in there. I'm just going to try and do the lineups and get the game up and running. There has been two matches that kicked off earlier on today in the Champions League, and that was PSG versus Girona. And 1 minute, just get everything up and running. What do I have to do here? So I need to do that, I suppose. No, that's not right. Let's put that on there. And let's see what happens. Leave that on there, just there. Yes, please hit a like and subscribe if you are new at Diego St. Palace. Trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. And what an evening is going to be for matches here. I can't lie, because obviously there's a lot of Champions League fixtures on tonight. And let me just get this up and running. Just bear with me. I'm going to try and get the so if I do that, oh, hello, 1 minute, that's not right. Hold on a minute. I'm going to try and get the commentary and get the matches running. Just bear with me, make sure no one. I hope the sound is still okay. Hello. Yeah, that should be all right, hopefully. Just trying to get the matches up and running. Just bear with me. Got about 10 minutes to go. Oh, no, less than 10 minutes. Oh, Lord. Right. Where was I? So I've got that there. We'll leave that there. Let me just have a look at see what's going on here. And I'm going to leave that one there. Now we're going to go here. So we're about to kick off. Good luck to all the home sides, of course, today. I'm just trying to get the matches up and running. Just bear with me. For Manchester City, we've got Edison in goal. We've got Lewis. Just make sure you guys can't hear that. Edison, Lewis, Gavradol, Simpson, Poussey, Akanji back there. Also, Celtic is featuring today with Peter Schmeichel in goal, of course. Brendan Rodgers there, manager for Celtic. Also, we've got Liverpool at Anfield. I can see the Anfield home crowd gearing up their players there. Just bear with me. Kind of multitasking here. So if I go there, what if I go to hold on a minute. Yes, of course. And so we've got Celtic. Good luck to Celtic. I always back the home crowds of the United Kingdom. And the Celtic are at home against RB Leipzig. Liverpool are at home at Anfield against Bayer Leverkusen. Of course, the manager for Bayern Leverkusen is Xabi Alonso, ex Liverpool player. So that's going to be emotional for him. I expect we've got Zaka there in the midfield there for Bayern Leverkusen. And of course, if you are an Arsenal fan, you will remember him. Rightly so. I remember him as a Crystal Palace fan because when we rattled that Arsenal, Crystal Palace did back about 4 seasons ago. He threw off his armband, he took off his shirt, and he told the Arsenal fans to not going to say it. So yeah, it all kicked off because Crystal Palace. But anyway, but there you go. But Liverpool, their lineup quickly while I've got this one up and running here. Kelleris in goal. Alexander Trent Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Virgil van Dijk, Timisas in the midfield there. He's gone for Jones, Gravenberch, McAllister, and up top, of course, he's gone with Diaz on one side, Mohamed Salah on the other side, and Cody Gakpo. He's gone for Cody Gakpo up top. He has not gone for Nunez up top, and say no more. And that's Arnold Slot there. And but also I'm going to go quickly to the one which I'm featuring as well. Of course, also Real Madrid versus AC Milan, so that's going to be tasty there, no doubt. And quickly just have a look at the lineups there. And for Real Madrid, Bellingham is starting. Up top, they've got Mbappe and Vinicius Jr., of course. For AC Milan, Morata there's up top playing for them. If you know, obviously they used to play for Tottenham Hotspur, I believe. So Sporting FC, they're about to kick off. Sporting FC, Sporting CP, I should say. It's 8:00 kickoff there. Manchester City, Pep Guardiola's up there, and the again, as I say, Ruben Amorim, who is the incoming, this is going to be Ruben Amorim's final home match at. Oh, 1 minute. The last home fixture for Ruben Amorim at his home crowd there for Sporting is going to be in the Champions League because the next one's going to be away. But it's up against obviously Manchester City's Pep Guardiola, and just bear with me, just trying to get the other match going. And is that just bear with me. I think that's working, so leave that going there. Please subscribe at Diego C. Palace if you are new. I'm going to try and do the lineups in a minute, but for Ruben Amorim, this is his last home fixture, or not his home, is his last time that he plays at home for his side at Sporting. And again, he's gone for 3 at the back, so he's obviously he's going to be then the Manchester United manager in a few days, and the Manchester United players will no doubt be watching this match because he always likes the favourite to play 3 at the back. So does Manchester United have the squad in depth? Their striker there, ex-Coventry City player, Griwa Carres. He's scoring bags of goals, unlike Manchester United. He might be going there in January. There's a few players there that he might want to bring across in the January transfer window, no doubt. But I expect Sporting will be keeping tabs on to make sure they don't lose their players to Manchester United. For Manchester City, Pep Guardiola has gone for Edison in goal, 4 at the back, Lewis, Akanji, Simpson, Posey, Guardiola. In the pivot, he's gone for Kovacic, Kovacic, and on either side, he's gone for Savinho and Matheus Nunes, and in front of the pivot there, he's gone for Foden and Bernardo Silva, and up top, of course, Erling Haaland. The bench for um, Pep Guardiola is Ake Carsons, Kevin De Bruyne, Doku, Gundogan, Wilson, Estrada, Matee, O'Neill, Arteta, Walker, and Wright. So they've had a minute silence there. So and Ruben Amorim, there might have been a minute silence for what's happened in Spain, of course. Although this is happening in Portugal, this match, I could be wrong, but I hope everyone gets well at in Spain with those this absolutely dreadful pictures that I've seen of people being flooded and been washed aside. So hope they all recover, as many people alive as possible still. Now, it's about to kick off. It's kicking off now. So I'm looking to see how the Manchester City players settle into the first 5 to 10 minutes into this match. They're coming off a bounce of 2 losses, both in League Cups and, of course, for losing to Tottenham Hotspur and losing losing in the Premier League. So this is massive for Manchester City. This is the UEFA's Champions League stage, and of course, if I look at the table for this thing, Manchester Sporting CP are there in the automatic qualification, and the other one is the playoffs. That's where, at the moment, Manchester City are in the middle of the table there. So, actually, no, I take it back. I was wrong. Manchester City are already up there in third place in the automatic up there at the moment. As the Champions League stands at the moment, it's Liverpool, Aston Villa, Manchester City. Monaco's just popped up there into fourth. So I wonder if they've just scored. Bayern Leverkusen, Sporting FC, Borussia Dortmund, and Brest are there, the top 8 in this league table stage in the UEFA Champions League. So it's going to be an interesting one. Good luck to Celtic, good luck to Liverpool, and good luck to Manchester City. I expect if you're a Manchester United fan out there, you'll be supporting Sporting, and your new manager, Ruben Amorim. There's a lot of smoke here, which is making it easier. I can't barely see the players. I can't lie. What's going on? There's a lot of smoke in the thing, but it's obviously the flares and stuff that's going on there. And right, I'm just getting the nibbles ready. Please subscribe at Diego C. Palace if you are new. I'm doing a watch along there for the Champions League there. Sporting, of course, they've got a 100% record in their league. Play 10, won 10. Their striker, the main striker, the Coventry City ex-player, he's doing bits there. I can't lie. So, and right, please subscribe if you are new. I'm just going to do Kokovic over the top there. Oh, good. Oh, the far post there. It's been flicked away there. And hold on a minute. What do I do here to get this going? So what do? I do that, and then I do fixtures. Right, no early goals thus far, but I just want to confirm that earlier on, PSV did beat Girona 4-0, and Slovan Bratislava won, Dynamo Zagreb 4. So those are results on the 8 o'clock p.m. kickoffs. There is no goals thus far, about coming up to about 4 or 5 minutes into it. Please hit a like and subscribe. Oh, big up to you, Steve. Thank you for dropping in. Hope you're doing good up there on Bonfire and all that. Oh, hello. Oh, my. There you go. What did I tell you? Oh, my days. Foden. What a goal. What a goal. There you go. What did I say about a few minutes ago that the starting the Sporting CP are behind to Manchester City. Pep Guardiola. I told you that this match, the first 5 to 10 minutes, I'll be looking to see how the Pep Guardiola side. He has rested a lot of players. They're coming off a bounce of 2 losses in the league and in the Premier League. And I tell you something. I mentioned that at the beginning of this watch along that the first 5 to 10 minutes were going to be crucial. And of course, what a good Foden, well taken. And for me, the goalkeeper was absolutely dreadful. I think that's the motion, maybe the occasion is taking it to the Sporting keeper, which is Israel. Here's his name, and Kamalati there. I think that he should have done a lot better there. But at the moment, on coming up to 5 minutes, it's Manchester City 1. I should say Sporting 0, but it's really the Manchester United new manager, Amorim, who is now feeling the pressure on his touchline. He's up there with his hands to his side. He's not a happy bunny there. And bad start for Sporting CP. Has Manchester United fans already jinxed Ruben Amorim? Have the Manchester United fans jinxed Ruben Amorim before he's even got to play the landing in Manchester City Airport, going on his way to Carrington? What's going on, Manchester United fans? Are you jinxing him already? But at the moment, Pep Guardiola, on top of this, in the first 10 minutes, Manchester City 1, Sporting 0, calamitous defending there, and the goalkeeper for Sporting, Israel there, and the centre-back Jamal. They should have done a lot better there, in my opinion. And oh my days, I said you got credit to score 2-1. Said I'll watch your video again on Saturday. What? Oh, right. You said that what country? What country? It's Kazakhstan. Get the pizza in, mate. Get the pizzas. It's Kazakhstan. Listen, you got the nibbles. I've got some food here as well. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to show it, so I'm not going to, Steve, because I don't know if I'll get in copyright or whatever. If Character win on Sunday, they're champions. They could lose, still champions. If not, they'll finish second 6 times out of 10. We do a lot of predictions. Listen, our predictions ain't too bad. For me. Oh, hello, someone's free here on the touchline. Oh my days. Edison, good goalkeeping hands from Edison. Sporting there had they should have made from the halfway line. They should have made a much better opportunity there. It was who was it? Who was that for Sporting? But I tell you something, Edison stood his ground, and good hands from Anderson, the City keeper. Tried to chip it over Edison, but Edison is saying, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. Right. Oh, 1 minute. Let me just. Unbelievable scenes there. Just bear with me. Let me try and get it on here as well. Oh, Haaland now has got the ball. He's going into the penalty area. Haaland. It comes back out to Silva. Then the centre defender for CP. I'll tell you what, Manchester City have read the script and they're really up for this. In the first 10 minutes, they're really up for it. I can't lie. They're really up for this, man. And they're already leading 1-0. And you can't. Um, you can't knock that. I can't see. I mean, it's trying to get the other one up and running here. And right. Jokerev here, the target man for Sporting, tall fella, blonde hair up there, top there for Sporting. Manchester City will have to keep him at bay because he's certainly a striker um, in form for Ruben Amorim. I think he just basically had too much time on his hand there on that potential opportunity on the goalkeeper, on the City keeper, Edison. And sometimes I think when strikers have too much time to think about it and have a cup of tea, they mess it up. And he tried to lob him, but he just played it, keep it low. Maybe just take a touch, go to the right of him, and try and go and then whip it in. I don't know. It's all about ability, technique, what kind of tools you got in the bag. But clearly, Giro Keres, he's in form. He's looking to score tonight against Pep Guardiola's Manchester City side, but he overcomplicated that side, and Edison well positioned and took it well. What's that, Steve? Big up to you. A chance to play on Thursday in Cyprus. Whammy. A good chance they will reserve to go for the title in Cyprus. If two teams finish level on points, it's fair to say so. Correct. We'll need to lose against us and needed a win. Also, you're saying that one more thing. Last time they had league playoff, 2008, it went to penalties in England. It's a goal difference. Yeah, you're right. It's a goal difference in the where's the goal scored? I'm not sure if you're right there, but if you know, you know, Steve. I thought it was yeah, of course, yeah, goal difference goes into it, and then maybe I'm not too sure what goes into that after that. If he has to decide the Premier League, and I tell you something, goal difference could be vital in the Premier League this season. So also. Right, so Foden up scoring in within the first 10 minutes. I did say that it was important that it would be the first 5 to 10 minutes important for Manchester City, how they settled into this match, and they've taken duck to water kind of style, literally, and they're up 1-0, well in control of this, although there has been a few moments where Sporting have had a little nibble at Manchester City's back line and broken through the lines on a break to get to target Edison, but oh, what's going on here? It's still basically this is the only goal that's been scored in the Champions League stage at the moment. At 8 p.m. kickoffs, everyone else is still 0-0, and that's Real Madrid versus AC Milan, Liverpool versus Bayern Leverkusen, Lille versus Juventus there. I'll have to have a look at that lineup for Juventus. I had them as dark horses there to get to the last stage of this competition. I just don't know, always had a hunch. Celtic, Brendan Rodgers up there at home. 0-0 against RB Leipzig. Borussia Dortmund 0, Sturm Graz 0, and you can hear the home crowd of the Sporting fans making a hell of a lot of noise, and Bologna 0 and Monaco 0 as well. Sevilla now on the ball here, right hand side here. He's turned it back to Kovacic, and now he's flipped it over to the left hand side to Matheus Nunes on the left for City. Oh, into the area. Oh, Sporting there, clearing their lines. So good swatch of the play. This is why Kovacic is so vital to them in at the moment. Of course, they haven't got Rodrigo the Ballon d'Or winner. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace, covering Crystal Palace women, Crystal Palace men, um, um, also covering other Premier League clubs that are in European or domestic competition if my club is not playing. And of course, today, Liverpool, Celtic, and Manchester City are featuring. So good luck to all of them. I expect out there, if you're a Manchester United fan, you'll be saying to yourself, you'll be looking at the players that Ruben Amorim, this will be Ruben Amorim's last home fixture at Sporting before he goes over to Manchester United. His next fixture is away for Sporting, and this is Haaland on a spare space. Oh, it's just wide from the edge of the box. I think Erling Haaland rushed his shot there. I always think strikers need to be composed, confident, and I think for me, as a football fan, not that I'm an expert, he kind of rushed it there. So City fans there will be a little bit disappointed that he didn't do better there. The only goal scored that AC Milan has scored. Real Madrid are in the mud, and Christian Pulisic, ex Chelsea reject, I suppose. He's assisted Thiago on a 12th minute. AC Milan are 1-0 up at against Los Blancos. Real Madrid. AC Milan are 1 up there. Paulo Fonseca, the manager for AC Milan, celebrating scenes there on the side. He's got Fofana in the centre, Morata up top there for him. Pulisic there on the right hand side there. Emerson Royale, ex Tottenham Hotspur player, also featuring there. AC Milan are basically 1-0 up, and Real Madrid, Carlo Ancelotti there, chewing on his gum as per usual. Jude Bellingham doesn't look like a happy bunny there. For me, why didn't they start with Camavinga? In my opinion, their captain, of course, Luka Modric, featuring there. He'll know Alvaro Morata well. He'll probably know who else there? Emerson Royale. I'm pretty sure they used to play for Tottenham back in the day. Maybe not at the same time. It's coming up. So yes, there's another goal there. AC Milan up, 1-0 up. Again, like Manchester City here, Sporting CP are 1-0 1-0 down. I said at the beginning of this watch along, I'd be interested to see how Pep Guardiola and his side take on Sporting. What would it be like the first 5 or 10 minutes? I guess the Manchester City fans will be happy with that start to their team. I think they could have been 2-0 up. Real talk, 2-0 up. If had Erling Haaland, Sporting did have their moment 1-on-1 against their keeper, but to no avail. But it's still on coming up to about 17 minutes. Sporting 0, Manchester City 1. The only other goal at the 8 p.m. kickoffs is Real Madrid 0, AC Milan 1. AC Milan 1, making bets there. All the other fixtures between Liverpool and Bayern Leverkusen is still 0-0 at Anfield, and Celtic 0, RB Leipzig 0. If you're new to the channel, please keep hitting the likes and subscribe at Diego C. Palace. And goal difference Chelsea. Arsenal? I'm looking forward to most be the test for both teams. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a fixture. They're playing at the weekend, isn't it? I think if that's what you mean. And Real Madrid could lose 2-0 in a row in the UCL. Listen, they've won so much. They keep winning so much. And there's so much that a winning run can go. So, obviously, City, Manchester City and Real Madrid, the players are not machines. And I suppose that's why they're always complaining about the fixtures and the volume of fixtures. But, they do have the bubble, the money there to spend on players and have the squad in there. I mean, the squad in there for Manchester City is capable, in my opinion, to that of Real Madrid. Real Madrid, I think, got more experienced players. in the competition, obviously, and they've been successful. They've won. Luka Modric is still at his age running things there as a captain for Real Madrid. How would they replace Luka Modric at Real Madrid? I have no idea, but I guess that will be on the on a plan there. But it's coming up to 18 minutes. It's Real Madrid 0, AC Milan 1. Sporting, Ruben Amorim looks frustrated on his touchline. Have the Manchester United fans jinxed him now, because now he's going to become the Manchester United manager. And look what's happened. He had a 100% record in the league, good record in the Champions League. And the Manchester United fans, have you all just jinxed Ruben Amorim in the UEFA Champions League stages? Because right now, Sporting are losing 0 to Manchester United 1. Foden scoring early doors around the 4th or the 5th minute, if I'm not mistaken. Sunday, not surprised if Chelsea won. Yes, I agree with you, Steve. Sometimes I don't, but this time I do agree. I think the way Chelsea are teeing up themselves, the way they're playing with confidence, with Cole Palmer and Nicholas Jackson and all this. Oh, the keeper's made a mistake here. Oh, he's just recovered it. Ooh. I think what's happening is City are pressing them so hard. In essence, City are doing to them what Bournemouth did to them. Monaco have just scored a goal, but I'm sticking here with the Sporting versus Manchester City. I'll tell you something. Manchester City, Pep Guardiola is teaching a new one to and has shown how it should be done to the young Ruben Amorim. Of course, Ruben Amorim a lot less experienced than Pep Guardiola in this competition. Make no mistake about it. But literally, I'm blaming the Manchester United fans. I think they've jinxed Ruben Amorim and talking about one club, not talking about the other, talking about this club. Ruben Amorim in the post-match press match, he was hammered by the press in the sense of asking him to speak in English, and he was adamant that he was going to speak in Portuguese. And Ruben Amorim stuck to his horses and says, "Look, I'm going to do this interview, this pre-match interview, and we're going to do it in Portuguese." And I think the Manchester United fans have jinxed. I'm not jinxing it. I'm just saying, have the Manchester United fans jinxed Sporting the Ruben Amorim, because right now they're losing 1-0. No, make no mistake about it. Pep Guardiola has got this thus far. Coming into about 22 minutes, it's Phil Foden there scoring early doors around the 4th or the 5th minute. Wonderful individual performance. Dreadful defending by Sporting, and the calamitous goalkeeping by their goalkeeper Israel. Listen, I'm telling you, right, let me just go back. There's a goal kick here now. I'm just going to, while that's kicking off there, I'm going to I'm just going to go back to the I don't know what's happened there. It's still I'm just going to quickly go into it. Monaco, they're 1-0 up away at Bologna. Skorupski has scored for Monaco on 22 minutes or 23 minutes or so, and their manager at Monaco is Adi Hutter, and for Bologna is Vincenzo Italiano, so that's that one there. So there is some goals going in elsewhere. Still, Liverpool 0, Bayern Leverkusen 0, Celtic 0, RB Leipzig 0, coming up to about 22 minutes. Please keep it in. How is City playing? I'll tell you something, Steve. My prediction for this match, I didn't actually give a score prediction, but I did say at the beginning of the watch along that I'll be interested to see how the first 5 to 10 minutes. So this goes to your question. Manchester City are doing what Bournemouth did to them earlier on a few days ago in the Premier League. Manchester City is starting very well, high press, compact, preventing it. And Real Madrid have just equalised. Real Madrid, Real Madrid, los españoles, los galácticos, el español, el Vinicius Junior. Should he have got the Ballon d'Or or not? I don't know. I'm not going to get into the politics of that. It's like a pantomime, I think, sometimes that. But Vinicius Junior, he may not have got the Ballon d'Or, but he's just scored a penalty. And it's Real Madrid 1, AC Milan 1, and so that's quite interesting there. I can't lie, but yeah, City have started very well. Are they checking VAR? Leipzig? No, they're 1-0 up. What are you talking about? Oh my days, what's happened there? Oh my god, oh, what's going on? Are they checking their Casper Schmeichel? Why didn't he save it? What's going on there? Schmeichel is a good goalkeeper. Why didn't he keep that at bay? But at the moment, I've got that as 1-0 to RB Leipzig. So goals raining in all over the place now. It's Bukim Gartana. I'll probably butchered that name. Oh, you went for a 1-0 for Leipzig? Well, I think it's with Celtics. You don't know what they're going to turn up. They started the competition in the Champions League with a win, and they've dropped off now. I mean, the last match, it'll be something that they'd want to forget. But they're in the competition, so if they can just, I mean, they're at home now, so it's vital that they can pull one back, or even go to win this match at Celtic Park, no doubt. So Brendan Rodgers there, feeling the pressure as per usual on his touchline. Still 0-0 between Liverpool versus Bayern Leverkusen. And still Sporting 0, Manchester City 1. And for those of you interested in the Championship, Bristol 0, Sheffield United 0, Oxford United 0, Hull City 0, Queen's Park Rangers 0, Middlesbrough 2. Middlesbrough scored 2 goals. Sheffield Wednesday 2, Norwich City, the Canaries 0, Plymouth Argyle 0, Pompey. Oh, that's got to be a rival, derby down at Pompey, Portsmouth, and then Swansea 0, Watford 0. Let's have another look at what else is going on there. But I'm going to go back to the Champions League because the goals are raining all over the place, except at Anfield. I'm going to go into Anfield to have a look at a little bit of this match quickly. And as I say, Diaz there, starting up top there, with a Gakpo on one side. And for me, it's Bayern Leverkusen are well renowned for their possession of football, and they are doing that there very well. Not really that many shots on target, only one apiece. And but the match there at Anfield needs. Oh, off the line. Oh my days. This is Sporting. How did they not get that over the line? Ruben Amorim, the Sporting manager, but / Manchester United manager. Oh, what's going on there? That was going in the far post. Sporting, they're clearing it off the line there. Pep Guardiola and the City, they've got this. They've got this thus far. Right, so it is 1-0 confirmed, yeah. So that means Celtic are 1-0 down. Thanks for that, Steve. Hold on a minute. Just going to pour my drink before it pours, before it spills, I shall say. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace, doing watch-alongs for both Crystal Palace men, Crystal Palace women, when they are featuring and when I can do it. Or sometimes I'm at the matches, and also doing watch-alongs, as you can see, for the Champions League. For at the moment, we've got City out there winning 1-0 against Sporting. Ruben Amorim, the manager there for Sporting, playing his last home match for Sporting there at the Estadio Jose Alvalade. And his next match for Sporting will be an away fixture. So this is his last away there. Have the Manchester United fans jinxed Ruben Amorim already? The moment that he's saying that he's going to go to Manchester United, the man start losing games. I say no more. I say no more. Just going to have a little drink. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. Oh yeah, I didn't do the lineups. I do apologize. I was going to do the lineups, but the game is kicking off, and I just can't. I've got to concentrate. At the moment, it's still. Oh, I've messed this up now. I've lost the thing now. Oh, that's so annoying. Why does it do that? Lille has just scored against Juventus. It's Lille 1. Lille 1, Juventus 0. And of course, their manager there, Bruno Ganencio, against Juventus, Thiago Motta. And he will be disappointed there. He's got Locatelli and Thuram in the pivot there in the midfield, and the tall fella, what's his name? Vlahovic, the Juventus striker. He was rumoured to maybe at one point going to Manchester United, or I think so, or Arsenal, but Arsenal would never sign. Oh, left-footed tackle here. Oh, just down to his right there. Good save. Maybe needed a bit more power there. But yes, it's Lille 1. David scoring on the 26 minutes, 27 minutes. And so their striker, their centre forward striking there for Lille. And Pep Guardiola has been zoomed in by the camera. He's given a round of applause, I think, to Kovacic, the player that's in the pivot there, in the midfield there. The work rate that he's having, the amount of work that he does off the ball is absolutely ridiculous. He's doing very well. He's bossed us. Steve, you asked me how City were doing, and they're bossing it. They're doing what Bournemouth did to them. They're doing it in return back to Ruben Amorim, the young manager for Sporting, who's soon going to become officially, when it takes his coaching staff up there to Manchester United. But yeah, so Lille scoring there. Liverpool versus Bayern Leverkusen is still 0-0, 30-minute mark. Real Madrid 1, AC Milan 1, and Borussia Dortmund 0, Sturm Graz 0, Bologna 0, Monaco 0. After that goal must have been chalked off then. Liverpool having only one chance, Jones having a little pop and goal, but it's Leverkusen's possession of the ball is very benign. Earlier on, it ended PSV 4, Girona 0, Slovan Bratislava 1, Dynamo Zagreb 4. I think Celtic need to control that midfield area a lot more. From the little bit that I'm watching here, Brendan Rodgers doesn't look happy on his touchline. He looks a very sulky man down there. I can't lie. RB Leipzig winning 1-0 away there, and Celtic need to make this home fixtures count a bit more to get a few points. They started with a win in the Champions League, group stages, but it's just whether but actually look better than them after the goal. Yeah, Steve. A little bit that I've seen, yep, I'll go with that. Um, um, it's a midfield. It's the midfield. They're getting bossed, man. They're not doing enough pressing. Unlike what RB Leipzig are. They're controlling the ball a lot better now. And that's a goal kick now for Sporting. And I'm just going to read out the halftime scores, people. Sorry, I was just having a little nibble there, watching this Sporting versus Manchester City match while having a little nibble. And have they scored? No way! I missed it. Oh, I switched. Oh no, I missed it. Oh, I just switched away from it. I'm so annoyed about that. Let's have a look. I was just putting Brighton and oh my days! Look how far out he is. I see. It's about 30 yards out or so. What a belter of an equaliser for Celtic. That will give Nicholas Kakum their confidence and the winger there, the right hand side winger there, Coombe, scoring the belter of a goal for Celtic at Celtic Park. Excuse me. What a goal. What an equaliser. That's game on now. Celtic versus RB Leipzig at Celtic Park in the UEFA Champions League stages there. Equalisers Celtic on the 34 minute mark. Game on. This match can go either way. I'm not going to call it. I'm staying neutral. Well, I am neutral anyway. But anybody out there, yeah, absolutely. Game on there. Anyone, I'm not saying any names, but anyone that said that RB Leipzig was going to win, big up to you, Steve. Celtic have pulled it back here, and but it's the calamities of defending Celtic, and then they've got to watch it. So it's going to be interesting there. As it stands, it's a good effort. That'll bring them if they can go into half time 1-1. That will give us confidence, no doubt. Still here at Sporting versus Manchester City. Sporting losing 1-0 to Manchester City. I said at the beginning of the watch along, what would it be like for the first 5 or 10 minutes for City? And here we go. Liverpool shot. Oh, there you go. Whoa, what a high. Sporting have exposed the high line of Manchester City. What a beautiful goal there. Sporting are now scoring by the Coventry City ex-player, Grove Caress. I told you that this young man is on fire. If you're a Manchester United fan, I expect you would want this striker to get on your books come January. This tall lad, blonde, tall of a fella, he can't stop scoring for Ruben Amorim. He's like when Jose Mourinho had a Drogba. It's like this guy can't stop scoring. Manchester City still pressing high, still trying to get the second goal, but they've been exposed. Oh my days! Oh my days! And Sporting And I expect all the Manchester United fans, they will be celebrating this goal against City. The City fans will be a bit frustrated in the mannerism of they conceded it. But game on. It was game on now at Celtic Park. It's game on here at the home of Sporting, Estadio Jose Alvarado. Remember that this is the last home fixture for Ruben Amorim before he does an away game for Sporting, and then he goes over to Manchester United, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think that's how it is. But this is his last match as a manager at Sporting home ground, which is called Estadio Jose Alvarado. And he wouldn't want to lose his last game there for the record books. It's now 1-1 Manchester City fans. And it's the second time that Manchester City concede a goal in the first half in competitions. Pep Guardiola will be disheartened by that, no doubt. Oh, Celtic has just missed a chance. I remember Manchester losing to Sporting Stadium in 2020. Oh, I don't remember that. In the UCL to Lyon 3-1. And also Celtic missed a good chance and can't waste. Yeah, you can't. Celtic need to bury those chances if they're getting chances. I'll go back to that. 1-1 here. Ruben Amorim celebrating on the touchline, and maybe he learned a few tricks from Jose Mourinho, where Ruben Amorim was doing his PhD, his degree course in coaching. He was invited by Jose Mourinho when he was the Manchester United manager. So he's had a bit of, he's been up to Carrington. He knows a bit about Manchester. Oh, rifle shot there. That's gone over the crossbar there. Manchester City, they've got to be careful when they give the ball away, because this guy here, this centre forward, Gyökeres, he's on fire. He just can't stop scoring. Erling Haaland is nowhere on the levels of this young man. I'll tell you this much, and that's saying something. And Erling Haaland is a magnificent striker, but I'll tell you something. I've not seen or heard Erling Haaland in this match, and for me, Manchester City have controlled the first half. They've bossed it from the get-go, but there was just two slides of not concentrating and Sporting, because Manchester City were pushing up such a high line, they got caught. And because they're playing free at the back, Sporting, it just gives them, when they're breaking away, they've got, and if they've got people like Gyökeres, the way he's on form right now, and I'll tell you something, if you're a Manchester United fan, you probably would want Gyökeres up top playing for you lot there. I expect maybe Rasmus Holland, he's had his time. I don't know. I think there is still a player there to be had. But this young man here, Gyökeres, what a player. And he's scored. He just can't stop scoring them. I think if Manchester United did go for him in January, that's going to be at least 80 mil. If it stays like this, let me just look at the table. Manchester United is just dropped into 4th, but they could drop into 6th. If Sporting now go. So there's a lot to play here. If you are new, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. I'm just going to message there. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't think he's lost. It'll be the first time for him to lose. I'll tell you something. Victor Gyökeres used to play for Coventry City. I'm sure of it. Contra City to play in the Champions League and it's bossing City. That's madness. It's just saying it in one sentence doesn't make sense. Please subscribe at Diego C Palace if you are new. I'm going to give you now the roundups coming up towards half time in the 8 p.m. kickoffs in the UEFA Champions League stages, and it is thus far coming up to 45 minutes or 44 minutes. Bologna nil, Monaco nil. I thought that Monaco had scored earlier, so the goal must have been scratched off. Borussia Dortmund nil, Sturm nil, Celtic 1. Bullet of a reply there from Celtic. They've had a bit of another nibble at it, but they couldn't make it to 2-1. It's Celtic 1, RB Leipzig 1. Both sides will be content with coming back into half time and 0-0, 1-1. And Lille are beating Juventus. And there's been a goal ruled out there and also at Anfield there. I'm just looking at a little replay here of what's going on here. What's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on here at Liverpool at Anfield? Why was this goal disallowed? But it's still 0-0. My thing is so bad beyond. I don't know what time they're in. No, that's a refresh there. So now Liverpool 0, Bayern Leverkusen 0, and yeah, still 0-0 there. Let me just quickly have a look see if anyone is only Alexis Garcia booked. He's a midfielder there for Bayern Leverkusen. Bayern Leverkusen under Xabi Alonso, ex-Liverpool player. The possession football that they play, very renowned. Even I've heard of it as a Crystal Palace fan. And there's no doubt that Xabi Alonso was tipped at one point to be the next Liverpool manager, but then Arnold Slot there slid in there. But it's still 0-0 there at Anfield. Liverpool fans, what's going on there? And AC Milan have taken the lead. AC Milan. Oh my day, Steve, you were right. Real Madrid are in the mud. Oh my God, Alvaro Morata, the man who could never score for Tottenham Hotspur, he's scoring for AC Milan. I mean, that's telling you something, Spurs fans. Spurs fans in the mud. My Crystal Palace put you in your spot. Alvaro Morata, ex-Tottenham Hotspur. Is La Real Madrid, Los Blancos, Los Galácticos, Real Madrid 1, AC Milan 2, Alvaro Morata scoring there. They are 2-1 up against Real Madrid. I guess the Liverpool fans will be happy that Real Madrid are losing with their history. But it's half time here. Sporting 1-1 at and Sporting 1, Manchester City 1. It's half time here. For me, Manchester City were the best team in that first half, but they got caught out there because of their high line press, and Sporting and their striker, Sporting CP, scoring the equaliser. Sporting 1, Manchester City 1 in the last home fixture for Ruben Amorim as the Sporting manager. He has got one more match to play, but that's an away fixture, my understanding. So this is his last time as a manager there. He won't want to leave in the loss for the record book's sake. Half time, Sporting 1, Manchester City 1, Real Madrid 1, AC Milan. I know I'm going to go up here. Celtic have scored. Yes, they have scored. There's Celtic have scored. Yeah, big up to you. Hold on a minute. Another goal by Coombe. He's done it again. Nicholas Coombe can't stop scoring for Brendan Rodgers. It is now Celtic 2, RB Leipzig 1. Now, it's important that they go into half-time. No dodgy... what a goal, what a goal, what a goal. It was Greg Taylor there who pulled across the ball, and I think he was helped on by somebody else. I can't say who it was, but there you go. Nicholas Kuhn on the end of that and scoring again for Brendan Rodgers' Celtic side. And it's now Celtic 2, RB Leipzig 1, and they've just stopped the match. It's now half time there. Well, that ending of that first half was mental at Celtic Park. Celtic running things there. And if they can keep injuries at bay in the season, who knows how far they could go in this competition. But at the moment, I'm just going to go back to the scores. Well done, Celtic there. Halftime, Lille 1, Juventus 0. Halftime at Anfield, Liverpool 0, Bayern Leverkusen 0. They're still playing a lot of Real Madrid. At the Estadio at the Santiago Bernabeu. They're still playing. I think it's the last kick of the game there, and it's Real Madrid 1, AC Milan 2. The ex-Tottenham Hotspur player there, Alvaro Morata, scoring, and so that's something there. Also, Bologna 0, Monaco 0. I thought Monaco were ahead earlier on, but they must have chalked the goal up. Borussia Dortmund 0, Stuttgart 0. Also earlier on, just to confirm, PSV 4, Girona 0, Slovan Bratislava 1, Dynamo Zagreb 4. Please keep hitting the likes and subscribe at Diego C. Palace if you are new. Now, oh God, what else you got? Lille seems to be the surprise scores if they beat Madrid. Yeah. Oh, it's Lille. No, Lille's playing Juventus. Oh, did they? Is that who they beat? Real Madrid earlier on? I didn't know. Well, there you go. I think it's Real Madrid are the champions, and there's so much of a winning run that you can keep going. Look, for me, Ancelotti and Real Madrid and the squad in depth that they got, Luka Modric, Bellingham there, Vinicius Jr. and all that, they don't have anything to prove, in my opinion. But they're in the competition, so they'll probably want to win it again. Have Betis against Man at half time. I didn't know Milan seemed to win. They had away. They beat Inter 2-1. AC Milan versus Inter Milan, or the other way around. It's always scenes, absolute scenes. Yeah, so you confirm that they beat Real Madrid. Thanks for that, Steve. I didn't know that. It is what it is. It is what it is, and there's so much of a rung, that winning rung, that size like Real Madrid back in the day, it was Liverpool back in the day, it was Manchester United, that they can do it. It comes to an end, and then they have to regroup, keep going, and that's what Manchester City are doing right now. I think for that first half against Sporting, against Ruben Amorim's Sporting, Pep Guardiola's Manchester City deserved to win that first half, but they got caught up playing that pushing high line, that high press that the Manchester City are renowned for. In essence, what Bournemouth did to them a few days ago, they did it to Sporting at the beginning of this match. So Manchester City, for me, deserved to be winning 1-0, but they got caught out, and they've got an informed striker in their centre forward, the blonde guy, Gyökeres, and actually, I'm going to find out what teams he's played because I'm very interested. So how do I do this? If I go Google, and that, yeah, he's Swedish. I knew he's Swedish, and I recognise him. So let me just go to there. He's yes, he's played at Swansea City and Coventry City. He's gone from Coventry City to Sporting, and well done, the young lad. And he's also played for Brighton, and but he didn't appear there. But for Swansea City, he didn't score any goals. For Coventry City, while he was on loan there, he scored a three. No, take it back. He scored 38 goals with 91 appearances. And Sporting, I tell you what, Manchester United fans, if you want a striker that works well with Ruben Amorim, this young lad, this Swedish young guy, Victor Gyökeres, Coventry City uh, main player, I tell you something. Let me just see what his contract is when his oh, he's had an injury. So he had an injury at the beginning of this, and so he's had injuries before. I can't see anything on his contract, but there he's on fire at the moment, scoring for Ruben Amorim. I can't lie. If you are new, please subscribe at Diego C Palace. Please keep hitting the likes and subscribe. And last of all, I'm just going to quickly go and check on my Crystal Palace because the unders are playing. I can't see it. What's happened to the match? Oh, blimey now, I've got to go to Instagram, I suppose. Just bear with me. I want to find out how the youngsters are doing at Crystal Palace. They are oh, here we go. Oh my days. So Crystal Palace unders are playing. They're into the second half. It ended half 0-0. It's who the fuck? Let me just have a look here. They're at the West Ham Stadium, of course, of Peterborough, of course. They're playing against Peterborough, and oh my days, what's going on? It's 0-0, and for Crystal Palace, the unders, Darren Powell, the manager there, he's playing away there, and it's Kiro holding the Arsenal player that's fallen out with Oliver Glasner. He's playing for the under 21s. Jamadi, our captain, Graham, Mark Horam, Brownie, Austin, Gibbard, Mustafa, Amolu, and Marsh are playing up top there for Darren Powell. And at halftime, Crystal Palace under 21s away at Peterborough at the Push. It's ended 0-0. And oh no, the Push has scored. They've scored. The Push scored. Hold on a minute. I'm just gonna share this. And halftime is 0-0. But the Posh have taken the lead, and then Mick George for the Posh for Peterborough. They've scored the under 21s, and oh no, I was kind of hoping that the unders will do well today, but another youngster for Peterborough, Mick George has scored. Oh no, not Mick George. Ken Haynes, and I've completely butchered that. I'll start again. The youngster that scored for Peterborough, the under 21s, playing against Crystal Palace under 21s. It was Abraham Odo. So I do apologize for that. Butchered their names already. And in the second goal for Peterborough, it's a young man called Shane Hayes. And also, yes, Crystal Palace have pulled one back. Marsh scored him back. Get in there, son. get in there. Crystal Palace play under 21 scoring one back. Oh no! And the push, and they're scoring again. Harley Mills, another youngster for the Peterborough. We're getting spanked there. Oh no! And then they've scored another one. It's Peterborough 4 under 21s. Crystal Palace under 21s 1. Oh no, this is painful. This is very painful. Oh my days, this is not good. And he said it looks like it's a defeat on the road. Oh no, we did pull one back, but yeah, a little bit unlucky there, Darren Powell there. He's obviously our unders. Oh no, unbelievable. Oh no. Please subscribe at Diego C Palace if you are new. Just checking on there. It looks like it's ended Peterborough under 21s 4, Crystal Palace under 21s 1. And oh no, the poor souls down there. That must have been a difficult one for them, no doubt. Right, so let me get back to the match here. Unbelievable. Right, hold on a second. Oh, I've lost the thing now. Right, there we go. Is that working? It'll have to be. Right, what's going on there? Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one over there. Yeah, if they're doing it, go and watch them, mate. They're all good. All the content creators out there. Right. I'm gonna go back to the reality. It's half time of the 8 p.m. kickoffs. But before I do, I'm just going to go to the table for the UEFA Champions League table. Remember that the first 8, I do believe they all go through automatic qualification to the next round. And as it stands at the moment, I think, having played for everyone of the following, Liverpool are in first with 10 points. Aston Villa, having played 3, they're on 9 points. Lille, having played 4, they're on 9 points. Manchester City, having played 4, on 8 points. Monaco, having played 4, 8 points. Bayern Leverkusen, Xavi Alonso's Bayern Leverkusen there. He's playing at the moment and against Liverpool at Anfield. He's returning back home. Of course, he used to play for Liverpool. Liverpool fans will know Xavi Alonso very well. But they are fourth. Sorry, they're in 6th place, having played 4, 8 points. And Sporting, Ruben Amorim's last home fixture for Sporting, because the next one's going to be an away fixture, my understanding. And he's in 7th place, having played 4, 8 points as it stands, because it's 1-1 against Manchester City. Borussia Dortmund 4, having played 4, 7 points. Now, in the rest of all, Celtic with their, at the moment they're winning, they're going up towards 12th place. So between 9th and 24 is a playoff situation for these teams, for the rest of the teams. And they're the only ones that are in the bottom. It's a bit, it's not correct because there's a lot of Champions League matches still to play tomorrow. But it's RB Leipzig still on 0 on 0. So how can that be right? Then this is not accurate because RB Leipzig. I know, because they are losing against Celtic. Yeah, so they're on 0. So there's if you're below 25th place or 25th place, Bayern Munich is still there. Vincent Kompany needs to pull his finger out tomorrow, I'd say. PSG are 23rd. So there's a lot of football still to be played in this UEFA Champions League stage, of course. But at the moment, it's Sporting 1, Manchester City 1. For me, Manchester City were the better team in the first half. They deserve to be 1-0 ahead, but because they were pressing the high line, they got caught out. Sporting CP with their ex-Coventry City player. Did he play for Coventry City before? Yeah, Coventry City player. He's bossed it. Oh, here we go. Oh my days, Sporting FC have just scored on the kickoff. Oh my days, I nearly missed it. Oh my days. Sporting have just started how Manchester City started the first half. Straight out from half time, bish, bash, bosh, and Sporting FC through to an assist by Pote up to Arujo, and Sporting CP are winning now 2-1. And the Manchester United fans, I expect, will be celebrating that. Ruben, it's like Manchester City players were just watching. They were just idle. The runner goes in. He had his the runner, which was Arujo, Amarujo, he basically had time to go in between the lines, have a cup of tea, have a little slice of cake, and the Manchester City defenders were like, what should we do? By the time they thought that, bang, 2-1. Sporting 2, Manchester City 1. You could hear the Sporting fans. You could hear the Manchester United fans. But the thing is, does Manchester United have a squad? And here we go. He's going. Oh, it's a penalty. Oh, is that a penalty? That's a penalty. Now they're in danger now, City. There is a penalty now for Sporting. And in it goes. In it goes. Oh my days. What a start for the second half. In essence, Sporting has started when was the last time you saw a Manchester United side start a second half like this? Never. As a neutral, I've never seen it. But Ruben Amorim's Sporting have got no fear of who they're facing. And 3-1 to Sporting. 3 minutes into the second half, and Sporting have just spanked Manchester City. How is that even possible in the time space of kickoff of second half starting 3 minutes later? Manchester City, Pep Guardiola's side, have conceded not one but two. Who could be getting a penalty? They think who could be. They've got it. Sporting have just equalised by Rujo. The Manchester City defence was static, and then following the kickoff again from that, Sporting have won a penalty, and Manchester City are in trouble here. Pep Guardiola, his back's on the ropes. He can't defend the jabs, the combinations from Sporting CP. I can't lie, and I tell you something, it's absolute scene, Steve. Basically, the second half kicked off, and within 3 minutes, Sporting CP have not only scored once, but they scored twice. They are now 3-1 up. This match, it's got goals all over it. I wonder who's going to be the manager replacing Ruben Amorim or Sporting, because wherever they are, they're getting a good side in the Champions League. I can't lie. But then that all depends in January transfer window. how many players Ruben Amorim takes over to Manchester United, because the squad in there for Manchester United is ridiculous. My Crystal Palace, we always get 6 or 4 points every season off them. That's like no more. (2018), the last time that Manchester City lost 3 competitive matches in a row. 2018, Jesus Christ. Manchester City are on free fall right now. Manchester City could lose the title, but it will be good to see the team. They did it 4 years in a row. I think it's too much for them this year. And I think as long as Pep Guardiola doesn't pen to paper what he's going to do next year, that's also going to add to it. For me, I think Liverpool could Liverpool could get the treble, the League Cup, the Premier League, and if they get their act together in the Champions League and they avoid their injuries and the January transfer windows around there, they could go all the way and get the Champions League. But I tell you something, that tweet from Mohamed Salah recently, I'm a neutral and I saw it, and that for me was like a goodbye, saying goodbye to the Liverpool fans. I think he should hold his horses from that and just concentrate on his job and just get the goals in. But if you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. At the moment, Manchester City have just collapsed in the start of the second half. I'd like to know who the sporting director, technical director at Sporting is, because they're clearly buying cheap. They're getting Coventry City players, and look what's happening. They are absolutely, what Ruben Amorim is installing these players is simplifying football at its best. And of course, Pep Guardiola and his City side, they've gone for a very good long streak, and they did start the match very well with Phil Foden scoring, but in the second half, how can you start a second half and within 3 minutes they've conceded not once but twice? It's absolute sins. But there's still a lot of football to be played in the second half. I can't lie. And if there's anyone who has experience in this competition, it's Pep Guardiola. He has got options on the bench. For me, as a neutral looking at this, there is options there. He's got the likes of, on the bench, it's only Kovacic who's got a yellow card there, but he's got Kevin De Bruyne. He's got Gundogan. He's got Doku there. He's got Aki there. He's got Ortega. So he's got options there. Have he had a fully fit Kevin De Bruyne? Of course, Kevin De Bruyne would have been playing there alongside Kovacic, in my opinion, in the pivot. And I've not heard Haaland getting a touch on the ball in this second half. And that's telling you something there. Ludogorets is top of the Bulgarian league by 9 points, and if they win the title this year, it'll be 14 league titles in a row. Why did they just give them the title at the beginning of the season? Because clearly, do you know what I mean? And it's like, how many do you have to win? Hold on. But Kiska Sofia won most titles, 31, and Conor overturned that. You can tell that this is just like the league there, it's just forever. It took time for PSG to overtake Senessen. Yeah, but PSG have got very deep pockets, Steve. Very deep pockets. And sometimes, I mean, there's talk of them have a little sniff at Jean-Philippe Mateta of Crystal Palace. And it is what it is. I brought a spoon with me. I know I brought a spoon with me. Oh, there it is. If you're new, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. Doing a watch along for the Champions League. Hold on a minute. I'm just gonna Liverpool at Anfield versus Bayern Leverkusen. Xavi Alonso returning to his Anfield. It's still 0-0 there. Real Madrid are losing 1-0 to AC Milan here at the last home fixture for Ruben Amorim's Sporting. It is his last home fixture as a manager there. He has got one more fixture, but I think that's an away fixture. But he's turned it around. They were losing 1-0 early doors. Manchester City starting very well, very high press, very dominant. For me, in the first half, Manchester City should have seen that first half to 1-0, but they got caught out pushing that high line, and Sporting equalising on 38 minutes. The Coventry City ex-striker Victor Gyökeres scoring at 38 minutes, and then in the start of the second half, oh my days, what way not to start a second half at this level? I suppose as Champions Leagues, I'm a neutral. Manchester City just did not. They were still in the changing room, not within 5 minutes, not within 4 minutes, but within 3 minutes of the kickoff of the second half, Manchester City conceding not one but 2 goals against Ruben Amorim's the current Sporting manager, but in a few days' time he will be the Manchester United manager. Now, will he be able to play this style of football at Manchester United? I'm a neutral. I've seen my Crystal Palace pipe Manchester United 4-0 and also get another 3 points at Old Trafford. And for me, Manchester United do not have the squad in depth that Sporting have right now. I'm telling you that because I can see it. I've got eyes. Look into my eyes. So Manchester United fans, you're seeing something here, but what you've got squad in there for your league, in your team, I tell you, my Crystal Palace are going to get 3 points. We're going to get 3 points off you lot. We should have got 3 points, but it's a dodgy referee that we had when we played them recently. I think Liverpool is the only team to get promoted to the top league, then win the table. An extremely rare championship team to win the Premier League. I know Leicester won it in 2016, but they didn't get promoted. You know what? You're bringing up that Leicester thing. That's a good point there, Steve. Nottingham Forest, they've got the same record right now as when Leicester did the Leicester. Of course, when Leicester did the Leicester, as that expression is, they didn't have an Anfield Liverpool side with Arnold Slot and with the squad in depth that they've got right now. So I don't think Nottingham Forest will go on to do a Leicester, but they're doing very well up there in third place right now, 10 games played into the Premier League of the 24-25 season. Now, it's still, I'm just going to have a quick look at the other scores. We got lost it now. It's still AC Milan 2-1 up away at Real Madrid. Liverpool is still 0-0 against Bayern Leverkusen. Lille is still 1-0 up against Juventus. Celtic, Brendan Rodgers, still up, coming up to 60 minutes there. Celtic 2, RB Leipzig 1, Borussia Dortmund 0, Sturm Graz 0, Bologna 0, Monaco 0. They had a goal choked off there, no doubt, back in the earlier on. So, but anything can happen. Listen, I'm a Crystal Palace fan, and I've always said, and I'm not just saying that because obviously Manchester City is a Premier League UK-based club. I'm telling you, you do not underestimate, you do not be complacency against the likes of Pep Guardiola and Manchester City. And as I say, he's got options on the pitch. And this is what I mean. When he was playing against Bournemouth and there was Bournemouth were doing one over them, he waited until about the 66, 67 minutes to do a substitution. He's got options on his bench. Why doesn't he use it? I don't know. Any Manchester City fans out there, please tell. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I'm going to go back into it. and unless he's done a substitution while I've been blabbering on, and no substitution have been made by either side. Only yellow card apiece, one for Pote of Ruben Amorim, the left winger there for Sporting, and Kovacic, the midfielder, who had a very, very good. He was the best player in the first half. Real talk for both sides, but for City, of course. But no substitutions just yet. Just change it. I've not heard Foden get on the ball. I've not heard Erling Haaland get on the ball. And for me, don't take off Haaland, but take off Foden. He's got options on the bench. I don't understand why he doesn't do anything. I just don't understand. Please subscribe at Diego C. Palace if you are new. Well, Forest have known, because you mentioned that. Big up to you, Steve. Thank you for dropping in, mate. Really appreciate it. It would be good to see Forest at home in the Euro Cup. I'll tell you something. Well, they've now got the services of Edu. I don't rate Edu, the one who's leaving Arsenal, the technical director. I think Edu is not a good fit for Nottingham Forest. He's left Arsenal in my straits. Oh, Liverpool won! And by the while I was having a little nibble there, Liverpool have brought it. Liverpool won. The Colombian Luis Diaz, an assist there by Curtis Jones. Oh my days! What a goal! I just nearly missed it there. Right foot shot of Luis Diaz is always goes in on target, and he was assisted by Curtis Jones with a little nice through ball there. And Liverpool have just broken the heart of Bayer Leverkusen. Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso will know that style of attacking play for Liverpool, because he used to do it himself. They're an anthem for Liverpool fans. The Liverpool fans will be absolutely buzzing right now for two reasons. They're winning against Bayer Leverkusen. They will have much respect for Xabi Alonso, no doubt. But the fact that Real Madrid are losing 1-0 at home to AC Milan, I expect the Liverpool fans will be licking their lips and dribbling there, say, yeah, we'll have a bit of that. That's a nice little tasting morsel there. Thank you very much. Liverpool fans, with their tails up there, it's important that they secure this win here in the UEFA Champions League stage to go further up in the table, to stay up there, I should say. And this thing, I've just lost the complete stream now. Thank you very much. So, and Juventus have pulled one back. Juventus, I told you, Juventus was my dark horse of a team. Their prolific goal scorer, Vahovic, he was rumoured to be going to Arsenal or Manchester United at one point at the beginning of the season, but he stayed there. And so his little one, Juventus won there, scoring a penalty there. Vahovic, I can never pronounce his surname, but you guys knows who I'm talking about. Sporting FC here. Oh, is that handball? It's still Bologna 0, Monaco 0, Borussia Dortmund 0, Sturm Graz 0, Celtic 2, RB Leipzig. What? It's important that Celtic maintain this lead and maybe even better, get their goal difference better. It's the previous match in this competition, they got piped. Lille won, Juventus won, turning it around. There's Juventus. Liverpool won, Bayer Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso, their manager, 0. Real Madrid won, AC Milan 2. Sporting CP 3. Manchester City won. What a dreadful start to the second half for Pep Guardiola. And this is VAR checking something here. What's going on? Is this a penalty? I think this might be a penalty. Oh. Oh. No, you can't give it that. I think that's going to be a penalty in the Premier League. That might not be, but listen, you know what? With VAR, I give up. I give up. I don't know why they have that. Just leave it to the referee and the liners and train them well. I'm fed up with this VAR nonsense. I know my Crystal Palace, we don't get nothing from VAR, and it's just so annoying. And go and ask Oliver Glasner what he thinks of VAR. Oh, Liverpool too! Gakpo header. It was a penalty. It's a penalty. Yeah. Agreed, Steve. I think it's Celtic burying another one, but you know what Brendan Rodgers is? He won't make a substitution. Yeah, penalty to Manchester City. I said it about 3 or 4 times. Not that I have any experience as a Crystal Palace fan in the Champions League, but I've seen my side play against Pep Guardiola's Manchester City side with managers like Patrick Vieira in our dugout, Dougie Freeman, Roy and Oliver Glasner, and you do not underestimate Pep Guardiola's ability to dig a result. I know playing Crystal Palace is one thing, and playing in the Champions League will probably be a completely different kettle of fish. But the point I'm trying to make is you don't underestimate Pep Guardiola and Manchester City like you wouldn't underestimate Pep Guardiola and when he used to be the manager at Barcelona. So a massive appointment. Will he score this Manchester City penalty? Erling Haaland. I think he'll go to the bottom left. Go to the bottom left, Erling Haaland. The home crowd are relentless with the whistles, trying to put off Erling Haaland. Whistle blown by the referee. God. Erling Haaland has just hit the bar. It's just hit the woodwork. Oh my God, even I heard the woodwork here. Oh my God. It's over. It's over. The season's over for Manchester City. I'm sorry, this Manchester City fans there. A lot of respect of what you've achieved in the last 3 to 4 years. But he beat the keeper. How did he hit the bar? It's not. Sorry, Erling Haaland. All you got to do is just hit it in target. It was the atmosphere. The home crowd was whistling at him. Erling Haaland has not had a foothold in the second half, and oh my day, Steve. Yes, you're right. He should score, but did you hear that the home crowd from the Sporting? And the bigger they are, the bigger they fall. I'll tell you this much. Let's just put this in perspective. The wealth of money that Manchester City has at their disposal, there's no ceiling. Sporting FC have got a bottom line and they've got a ceiling. a very low ceiling when it comes to net spend every season. And Manchester City versus Sporting, it's just they're not in the same league. But look what's happening here: Sporting 3-1, and Erling Haaland, all that money, all that he's got it. He's got it in the bury that. For me, I think Erling Haaland, he hit it too hard. If you hit it that hard, it's going to go wrong. Just place the damn ball and hit it firmly. He's done the hard work of beating the keeper. You could sense the Manchester City away fans there at the Stadio Jose Alvarado going, "Oh, do me a favour," that kind of thing. And I'll tell you something. It's because Ruben Amorim is going to be the next Manchester United manager that this is like a wound, and this is extra salt going on into that wound that the Manchester City away fans will be absolutely livid with that. But then I suppose they will say, well, they're there in the competition, and Manchester United are 2 seasons away, or at least 3 to 4 transfer windows to get into this level. Real talk. Last year looks like Swindon Town. They're poor, not like them. Oh, right. So RP Leipzig, they're not doing too well there. Well, they're the bottom of this table if you look at it as it stands, on near the bottom. If you are new, please subscribe at Diego Say Palace. I do content on Crystal Palace women, Crystal Palace men, also on other Premier League clubs that are in European fixtures, as you can see. The Crystal Palace under 21s, they were played away at Peterborough at the Posh, but they lost 4-1. So unlucky Darren Powell. Oh, did last minute nearly scored. Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to go and see. I think Sporting have got this now. I can't see now Manchester City coming back. It's 73 minutes. And he's not made any substitutions. I'm just going to double check this. Oh, something's happening here. So Savinho getting a yellow card there. No substitutions. I don't understand it. I mean, they got the penalty. They missed the penalty. At that point, I don't understand why Pep Guardiola doesn't bring Doku on, or doesn't bring on the likes of Kevin De Bruyne. If Kevin De Bruyne is not fit enough to come onto the pitch at 74 minutes, have 20 minutes of a run around, why did they take him in the first place? It doesn't make any sense. Bring on Kevin De Bruyne, bring on Doku, bring on Walker as well. Unless it's just saying, all right, we'll take this one. We'll take this one on the chin. It's not the end of it. We're going to have to go through the playoffs. I don't understand it. If there's any Manchester City fans out there, I just understand why Pep doesn't do any substitutions. I'll be mad. Unless they know that of the type of injuries. But if they're injured, what's the point of taking them in the first place? Oh, no way. No way. No way. And Liverpool have scored a second goal. Liverpool. Oh, no, that was earlier on. I did cover that. I thought Celtic. Well said there, Steve. You said that RB Leipzig had lost the plot. And Mahete there scoring the third goal for Celtic for Brendan Rodgers. And it's 3 goals. And the Celtic Park crowd is going absolute nuts there. I can barely hear the commentary there. And basically, Roel Hatate has scored the third goal there. And as it stands, Celtic are up into 13th place. RB Leipzig are on 0 points, so they'll probably be eliminated now. But at the moment, Liverpool are well on top of the Champions League stage, on first place with 12 points. Sporting are second with Ruben Amorim's 4 tonight because he's going to jump over to Manchester United. Imagine leaving this competition now and going to manage Manchester United, and they're not even in the competition. I mean, that's telling something. The squad in depth that he's going to face at Manchester United is not what he has here. He's got 10 points. He's going to leave the next incoming manager at Sporting 10 points in this table. Aston Villa are up there. This is the one that Unai Emery have got his eye on. Was a free kick there. Savinho's got to be careful here because he's on a yellow card already. Is he going to kick him off? Monaco are in fourth place. Manchester City. See, although Manchester City are losing this match, they are in fifth place and they've got a very good goal difference. So it's they can take a hit here, and just got to hope the other side don't. The goal difference doesn't get better. Borussia Dortmund is still drawing. Brest is still. They're not to play. They're not playing until they're playing tomorrow, and Inter Milan are playing tomorrow. Bayern Leverkusen are losing against Liverpool, so they're not going to go above Manchester City. Arsenal are expected to lose tomorrow. Real talk. So the reason why Manchester City are still in the top in the automatic qualifying stages is because of their goal difference, and they are top of all the clubs with 7 points. Please subscribe at Diego C Palace, and please hit a like and subscribe at Diego C Palace if you are new. The likes help me attract new subscribers to the channel, whether they're watching live or on playback. The Sporting CP is that the referee hasn't seen what's gone wrong, but someone's hit the deck. So what do they do then? Do they look at VAR? I don't know what it works in the Champions League. AC Milan has scored a third goal. La Real Madrid. Liverpool fans will be very happy to hear about this. La Real Madrid 1, AC Milan 3. And it's good. I shot in there. And Sporting nearly getting their fourth. Although it might be a loss for Manchester City, they should still qualify automatically. So Pep Guardiola is saying, look, I'm not going to risk my injured players on the bench, bring them on, and for a match that could be already be gone, when I need to keep them fresh for the next rounds. It's not how you start this competition, I suppose. It's how you finish it. Maybe I'm wrong. But AC Milan are 3-1 up against Real Madrid at the Stadio Santiago Bernabeu. Oh! Penalty! That's a penalty. This is a penalty. This is a penalty for Sporting. Nunes has chopped him up. Oh my days. This is not good for Manchester City. Not the loss, but the goal difference. Because the reason why they are in the automatic qualifying places right now in the Champions League stage is because their superior goal difference is upon all the other clubs that are on 7 points. So Sporting now getting a penalty. That's a penalty if ever I've seen one. Nah, that's a penalty. In this type of competitions, the referee or the VAR always gives a penalty. The referee is automatically gone for a penalty. VAR looking at it. Sporting 4, Manchester City won. And the Manchester United fans will be saying, this is what we're going to get. Well, you're not going to get this type of performances because your squad in depth. You've got players that are overpaid who will not make my Palace team, quite frankly. And that's how you take a penalty, Erling Haaland. That is how you take a confident penalty. You take it confidently into the bottom corner, and you go to the bottom corner. If the keeper goes that way, in bottom corner, he still can't get it, but at least it's on target. That's how you take a penalty. Erling Haaland's penalty was out of the power rather than execution, and Erling Haaland. This young man, Victor Gyökeres, he's now scored 3 goals. He's ex-Coventry City player, mate. Do me a favour. He goes from Coventry City to Sporting to pipe in 3 goals in the Champions League. That's how you take a penalty. Erling Haaland, Bruno Fernandes, that's how you take a penalty. Victor Gyökeres has just got a hat-trick against Pep Guardiola, Manchester City side. The squad in left, the amount of millions and millions and millions of net spent on those players are not in the same level financially as Sporting. And Sporting has just made them look like a Sunday league. I tell you what, though, there's any Manchester United fans out there that are celebrating this win as if that's a winner for their own. The squad in there that Manchester United have is nowhere at the level of these players that Sporting have. And I'm saying that as a Palace fan, not of any experience in the Champions League, because I've seen Manchester United fold within my eyes. We packed them 4-0. We got 6 points off them last season. We got a point off them this season. We should have got the 3 points, but we had a dodgy referee and VAR referee as per usual. Manchester United fans always getting VAR decisions, always. So what turned this game around was the way Manchester City didn't start the second half. How can you start the second half? Not within 5 minutes, not within 4 minutes, but within 3 minutes, concede 2 goals. And here they're going again. And Sporting. And that could have been the 5 goal. Unbelievable scenes. I'm going to quickly check the scores in the other matches. I've lost the whole thing. Don't do this to me, please. It's still Bologna 0, Monaco 0, coming up to 84 minutes. Borussia Dortmund 0, Sturm Graz 0, Celtic Brendan Rodgers 3, RB Leipzig 1. Celtic coming back on that match real well. Lille 1, Juventus 1. Liverpool 3 now. It was 2-0, but now it's 3. Mohamed Salah assist there up to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz, the Colombian, scoring 2 goals. Cody Gakpo scoring 1 goal. Xabi Alonso's return to Anfield has not been a good one. Good possessional play in the first half for Brian Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso, but Arnold Slot there showing Xabi Alonso how it should be done. And I'll tell you something, that's Liverpool still at the top of the Champions League, and the fact that Real Madrid are losing 1-3 AC Milan are beating them at the moment. It's coming up to 80 minutes there. Liverpool fans will probably even be happy with that. Of course, there's a lot of rivalry, a lot of history between Liverpool and Real Madrid. The amount of Champions League trophies that Real Madrid have got could have been a lot less had Liverpool been able to get things over the line back in the day, not just once, but 3 or 4 times in that competition. So Liverpool there 3-0 up against Bayern Leverkusen. And on the same night, Real Madrid had just pulled one back. Real Madrid, Rudiger, the defender, has pulled one back on 81 minutes. So there I go. Liverpool fans, shush up. Sorry that. Yeah, I agree with you. I knew Sporting could win this, but not 4-1. Yeah, I had a hunch as well because I didn't do a prediction on this one. I didn't have time, but because of the way they've this is, I think it's going back to 2018, the last time Manchester City have lost 3 competitive matches in competitions in a row. It's not happened for a long time, but runs come to an end. And I'm not going to disrespect the Manchester City fans because they're in the Champions League. They've won championships. They've won League Cups. They've won FA Cups. So my Palace haven't. But I would say is that the run of successful run under Pep Guardiola at Manchester City is come to an end. And what they need to do is just empty the glass and then refill it back up and go on to the next one. But Real Madrid have pulled one back and on 81 minutes, game on there. They might be able. They have plenty of time. They've got about 9 minutes there to carry on playing there. But there you go. So we'll have to wait and see. There's a lot of history between AC Milan and Real Madrid. Real talk back in the day, and I'm actually going to go to the table now. And Liverpool. So basically, oh no, I'm in the wrong table here. Oh, why are you doing that, man? I just lost everything now. I've got to refresh everything. Here we go. And it's at the moment, as it stands, Liverpool having played 12 points. Having played four matches, Sporting with 10 points. They have drawn, but the only teams that haven't lost in this competition thus far are as follows: Liverpool, Sporting. Look, Manchester City are in 6th place, but with the goal difference, they'll be hoping that Brest and Inter Milan drop points and goal differences as well there. But I don't think this competition could be won if you rely on other results there. So, but I think at Manchester City they'll just take it, and then they've still got players. If they can get all their players that are injured, the top players injured back at the end of this competition, they're going to be there and then thereabouts. The narrative will be that Pep will be saying that there's too many injuries, too many schedules, heavy schedules for their players. But listen, we've had injuries at my Palace, and we just get on with it. Oh, Borussia Dortmund has just scored one. Yeah, I agree with you. The playoffs is going to be interesting. I have no idea how they're going to do it. I suppose they'll pick them out of a hat, and one team will play another, or unless it's they're formatted, is that whatever position you play against the team below you. I don't know how that's going to work, but there has been a goal. Borussia Dortmund won. Sturm Grass there on 85 minutes. Actually, let me have a look at this. I'm interested to see the manager. Oh, Borussia Dortmund is manager is Nuri Sahin. For Sturmgrass is Christian Ilse. And how many? He's got Walker there. He's got Kevin De Bruyne. He's got Doku on the bench. There's so many options there. But there's a reason what Pep's doing. So you can say that again, Steve. Yeah, Borussia Dortmund talking about leaving it late doors, as it were. But they're getting a win there. And Borussia Dortmund, with that happening like that, that should put them up to fourth place. Manchester City, they're still in dropping there into set. They're still in sixth place. So even after this heavy defeat, with the goal differences, unless this table is wrong, they are still in sixth place in the automatic qualifying stages there. So please subscribe at Diego C. Palace if you are new. If you're watching this on playback, trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. And I'm going to go back to the match of Celtic is still coming up to, it is 90 minutes there. Celtic 3, RB Leipzig 1, Lille 1, Juventus 1, Bologna 0. Monaco have scored again. Last time it was chalked off, but Monaco have gone ahead. This time it does stand. And Bolo assisting Kelleher. And I'm just double checking. Yes, the goal stands. Monaco, Principality of Monaco, they are 1-0 up away at Bologna. Liverpool were winning at Anfield 3-0. The first half, Bayer Leverkusen, a lot of possession play there, but the prowess and the way of Liverpool attacking play found them open. And Liverpool have scored a fourth goal. They are taking liberties there. They've probably heard that. They've probably just heard Luis Diaz getting his hat trick, in my opinion, there. And Liverpool are winning 4-0 against Bayern Leverkusen. And more importantly, they probably have heard that Real Madrid are losing 3-1. Oh, so that means the goal was chalked off. Let me have a look at that. And the goal did not stand, the second goal for Real Madrid, so still Real Madrid 1, AC Milan. Nunes' attempt on goal was blocked, and then Luis Diaz getting their second ball there, and bish bash bosh, Liverpool 4, Bayern Munich 0, Liverpool top of the Champions League, and Real Madrid fans in the mud, Manchester City fans in the mud. Manchester United fans are probably celebrating the sporting victory as if it one of their own. But believe me, Manchester United fans out there, your squad in depth is nothing like what Sporting has right now. It's nothing like what Manchester City have. You are literally 2 or 3 transfer windows behind some of these football clubs in the Champions League. And Ruben Amorim, I expect, is a very good coach, good manager, but even he hasn't got all the powers of the Marvel characters. Real talk. It's full time. Anfield, Liverpool 4, Bayern Leverkusen 0. Elsewhere, earlier on, PSV 4, Girona 0, Slovan Bratislava 1, Dynamo Zagreb 4. That was a full-time result there. And you can just sense, you can just feel the Manchester United fans will be saying, we'll have a piece of that, thank you very much. But no, it's not going to happen. Full-time at Anfield it has been confirmed. And I can't see any matches. Maybe Lille and Juventus are still playing there. They're still on the edge, I suppose. But all the other matches are what they are. Tomorrow, let me just have another look at this table here. as it stands, Liverpool number 1 position, Sporting second, Monaco in third, Borussia Dortmund in fourth, Aston Villa now dropping down to fifth, Manchester City still in sixth, Brest and Inter only played 3, but they're picking up the tabs on 7th and 8th in the Champions League group stage. And then comes Arsenal on 9th in the playoffs area. But there's a lot of football still to be played. Celtic making good ground. Basically, Celtic on the same amount of points. Celtic are on the same amount of points as Manchester City. But Ruben Amorim is ended here. Sporting is ended here at the home crowd, Estadio Jose Alvarado. Ruben Amorim has signing off the last home match for him as a manager there. He's signing off 4-1 against none other than Pep Guardiola's Manchester City side. They are second in the Champions League. Manchester City have lost 3 matches in a row in competitive matches in competitions, Europe and domestic. Last time that happened was in 2018. Ruben Amorim is the man with the golden touch, the man with the golden gun. He's got everything. I tell you something, but has he got the squad in there for Manchester United to do something like what he's just done today? I expect Manchester United fans will be celebrating, but I tell you this, Manchester United fans, I still expect my Crystal Palace to take 4 points off you lot this season because of your lack of squad in depth. You got players in there overpaid and players dictating when they want to play, when they don't want to play, how they want to play, moaning this, moaning that, and that's what you've got. You don't have a team, you have individuals there that think they know better than everyone else, and that's why you are in the bottom half of the Premier League. Only 5 points off my Crystal Palace, and I am stuck in a relegation scrap, real talk. So, Manchester United fans, you may be getting Ruben Amorim, but I'll tell you something, the squad in depth that you guys have got, the other club that's also in dire straits, in my opinion, in the Premier League is, seriously, Arsenal. We'll have to see what they do tomorrow. If you're new, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace here. The only match still playing is at Real Madrid versus AC Milan. Real Madrid's second goal was chalked off, so it's still 1-3 there. Just waiting for the last full time there to go there as well. And they're just playing in the additional extra time. There's a big reception given to Ruben Amorim for winning his last home fixture. It started a bit dodgy in the first half. Foden scoring early doors. Good dominant play by Manchester City in the first half, but they were caught out playing the high line. And since then, the beginning of the second half, it only was the beginning for Sporting, Ruben Amorim. The Manchester City players, they just didn't leave the changing room. Not within 5, not within 4, but within 3 minutes of the kickoff of the second half starting of Sporting versus Manchester City in the UEFA Champions League stage, second half. Sporting scored 2 goals, making it 3-1 then, and it was done and dusted. And then Erling Haaland missing a penalty. He went for power rather than position, unlike the striker for Sporting. For the striker for Sporting, Victor Gyökeres, ex-Coventry City player, the way he took his penalty against Manchester City, that's how you take a penalty. You pick your spot, you aim at the spot, you hit the spot, you hit it confidently. The keeper, even if it goes the right way or the wrong way, you're still not going to get it because if you have sufficient enough power. And he basically showed Erling Haaland how to take a penalty. And you don't say that very often, do you? If you are new to this channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. Trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. Big up to you, Steve, for dropping in, man. Xabi Alonso's return at Anfield not turning out to be a good one for him. Leverkusen just chopped up to bits there by Liverpool. You can see the Manchester City players leaving the pitch there, and the next time that Amorim sees Pep Guardiola will be at the Etihad in a few weeks' time. Real talks of these two managers are going to meet soon, and then you're going to see the difference. And I'll tell you something. When Manchester City play Manchester United in the Premier League in a few weeks' time, and if Ruben Amorim completes a performance like this with the Manchester United players, I'll take my hat off to Ruben Amorim, because you shouldn't be able to do that. But I don't think he will be able to do that because the lack of squad in depth and the mentality of the Manchester United players. It's been like that for a long time, and it'll take some time for them to get to change and being better players, in my opinion. There's some Manchester United players that wouldn't get into the sporting lineup, and that's what Manchester United players don't. Manchester United players and their fans don't understand. I expect my Crystal Palace to take at least 4 to 6 points every season of Manchester United, not just this season, not just last season, for the last 5 seasons. That's how I see it as a Crystal Palace fan. And the proof of it is Manchester United are not even in this competition. There you go. And people will be saying, well, so it's not, no, it's Crystal Palace. Well, yeah, you're right. But we're the ones taking 6 points off you lot every season. Well, there you go. I'm going to read out the full-time scores. Steve, thank you very much for dropping in. Let me just check if anyone else has dropped in there. I think that's it. Big old to you, Steve. Thank you very much for dropping in. Anybody else has dropped in there in the background? It is. I'm going to do the full-time scores in the Champions League stage on the 5th of November. It's ended PSV 4, Girona 0, Slovan Bratislava 1, Dynamo Zagreb 4, Bologna 0, Monaco 1, Borussia Dortmund 1, Sturm Graz 0, Celtic 3, RB Leipzig 1, Lille 1, Juventus 1, Liverpool 4, Bayern Leverkusen 0. Liverpool still top of the Champions League stages. Real Madrid 1, AC Milan 3, and the big one, Sporting 4, Manchester City 1. Sporting, Ruben Amorim is the last match for him as a Sporting manager at his home stadium at Sporting before he jumps over to Manchester United. He's victorious 4-1 in a couple of weeks. Ruben Amorim will meet Pep Guardiola in the Premier League again, and that will be interesting. So, going to the table now in the Champions League is as follows. Liverpool are number 1 with 12 points, having played 4. Sporting are in second position with 10 points, having played 4. Monaco are in third position with 10 points, having played 4. Borussia Dortmund, 9 points, having played 4. Aston Villa, 9 points, only having played 3. They play tomorrow. Manchester City, 7 points, having played 4. Brest, 7 points, having played 3. And Inter Milan, 7 points, having played 3. Manchester City at the top of all the clubs with 7 points, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 clubs, but they've got a plus goal difference of 6, and they've conceded less than the rest of them, so they are up there in 6th place. So Celtic, good work done today. They go up into 13th place. For me, what Celtic has just achieved is that they've more or less secured, or they're nearly about to secure playoff places. There, any club that finishes in 9th down to 24th place, they will survive. Anyone 25th or below up to 36th place, you will be eliminated. I don't know if they go into the Europa Cup or UEFA Cup. I don't know. Maybe someone out there will know. Right. The fixtures for tomorrow in this competition are tomorrow at 5:45 is Club Brugge versus Aston Villa. Shakhtar Donetsk as it's a 5:45 kickoff against Young Boys. Now the rest of these are 8 p.m. kickoffs: Bayern Munich versus Benfica, Feyenoord versus Red Bull Salzburg, Inter Milan versus Arsenal, PSG versus Atletico Madrid, Red Star Belgrade versus Barcelona, and Sparta Plug versus Brest, and Stuttgart versus Atalanta. So those are the matches for tomorrow in this competition. And then the next round of matches will be the 26th of November. I've just noticed something. The next Sporting Champions League fixture will be the new Sporting manager, whomever that may be, and that's against Arsenal. Will Mikel Arteta be a manager of Arsenal having the exit of Edu by the 26th of November? Who knows? But that's the next time. But they're playing tomorrow, so it'll be interesting to see how they get on tomorrow. If Arsenal lose heavily tomorrow, Arteta might be on his way out, having Edu leaving yesterday officially to go and work for Nottingham Forest. Right. Also, just quickly, fixtures that's finished today in the Championship: Bristol City 1, Sheffield United 2, Oxford United 1, Hull City 0, Queen's Park Rangers 1, Middlesbrough 4, Sheffield United 2, the Canaries from Norwich City 0, Plymouth Argyle versus Pompey in the Plymouth Argyle 1, Pompey 0. And Swansea City 1. Well done to Swans because they've beaten Watford 1-0. Let me have a look and see who scored for Swansea City. Pitt Harris, assisted by Ronald. Well done to the youngster there. Can I see the lineups there? I just want to see something. Yeah, I thought so. Well done to Luke Williams, the manager for Swansea City, and Tom Cleverley, with Tom Ince there in Son there playing for Watford. They haven't got anything out of that one. Actually, I'm intrigued to know what's going on there with the table there. Sunderland is still top, first position. Sheffield United 2. And I'm not liking this. Millwall are up there in 8th place with 19 points, and they're in with a shot of getting into the playoffs. So come on, other football clubs in the Championship, make sure that Millwall get pushed down that table. Queen's Park Rangers and both Luton Town in 23 and 22nd place. They're in the relegation zone. So that'll be worrying time for Luton fans and Queen's Park Rangers fans, no doubt. Right. Just last of all, unlucky to Darren Powell, the Crystal Palace under 21's coach manager. They're losing at the Posh at Peterborough. They lost. He ended Peterborough under 21's 4 I believe. Crystal Palace under 21s won. So unlucky there. I'm sure it must have been the lino and the referee, surely. Or maybe a few fireworks got in the way of things. Real talk. So, if you are a Manchester United fan, enjoy your glee for tonight. I've seen your fellow that other club across the other side, Manchester City, lose. But I'll tell you something, Manchester City are still in the Champions League competition. And number two, they have a far inferior, better squad in depth that Manchester City United fans have. Ruben Amorim, when he gets with his coaching staff to Manchester United, will have a look at the players, I expect, and say we need more quality in here. And as I say, Ruben Amorim will, in a few weeks' time, face Pep Guardiola in the Premier League. Manchester United versus Manchester City in the Premier League, and you will see my point. The squad in there for Manchester United is not there where I expect they want it to be. And what I can see as a Crystal Palace fan is that last season we got 6 points off them. This season, I expect my Crystal Palace to still get 4 points off them this season easily, because they don't have the squad in there for Manchester United. So Manchester United fans, just take it with a pinch of salt. But the performance of the evening has to go to Liverpool. Why? Because they are top of the Champions League. They have won against Bayern Leverkusen. Xabi Alonso returning to Liverpool. Liverpool fans will know what Leverkusen has, what Xabi Alonso did for them in those successful years. So, but Luis Diaz getting a hat trick there, and it tells you something, that Liverpool, with the squad in depth, if they can avoid injuries, they could go, in my opinion, for the treble. They could land the Champions League, they can land the Premier League, and I would say either the FA Cup or the League Cup. On my days, if they go for the quadruple, that will be insane. So Liverpool fans extremely happy, I expect, tonight, and overall ecstatic, because they now know that Real Madrid have lost to AC Milan, dropping points. And of course, the history between Liverpool fans and Real Madrid fans is well known for the amount of Champions League titles that Real Madrid, not just one of them, but in some cases, I think, stolen them with some of the decisions. As a neutral, I could see it. So there you go. So Liverpool fans and Liverpool, I think they're the ones that deserve all the plaudits for tonight, because of also well done to Celtic beating Leipzig, and they picking up very good 3 points and bettering their goal difference. Right. Thank you very much, Steve. Thank you very much, anyone else who dropped in, who didn't comment, who did comment. Thank you very much. Please hit a like and subscribe at Diego C. Palace. Trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. Please tell as many people as you can in social media that I'm doing watch-alongs, doing content for Crystal Palace women, Crystal Palace men. And as you can see tonight, teams of featuring in European competitions. And also unlucky to Darren Powell, the Crystal Palace under 21s coach manager. They losing tonight away at the Posh at Peterborough, and they won 4-1. The under 21s, Peterborough against Crystal Palace under 21s. So unlucky there, Darren Powell. Right. Hope to do a watch along for tomorrow as well. Hopefully. Thank you very much for watching. It's coming up to 2 hours and a half. Please hit a like and subscribe at Diego C. Palace on the way out. Thank you for watching. And oh my days, I think Manchester United are getting a good manager, Ruben Amorim. I can't lie. But I still expect my Crystal Palace to get 4 points. 4 points of those Manchester United fans this season. Not as a banter, not as to make a say so, it's because they don't have the squad in depth at Manchester United. And even in the bad form that my Crystal Palace have had, we're better than we can get 4 points off Manchester United fans. Thank you for watching. Catch you up on the next one and take care. Thanks. And